Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail, back with more FTL Faster Than Light, and we are continuing the boarding only challenge run where I did stop in the middle of Sector 4 last time. My ship was very nearly obliterated, and I am actually very low on supplies here. In fact, I probably should spend a little bit on fuel just to get up to 6 here. I'm going to be leaving my weapons broken right now, and I'm hoping to get something other than a small bomb here, because the challenge run for this time is actually only boarding. Boarding is my only weapon. I can use defense drones, I can use plenty of other options and availability, and I really would have loved to have had level 3 shields by now, but that hasn't seemed to have worked out so far. Because I can only board, and right now I'm stuck in a Zoltan controlled sector with a bunch of, pretty much most of my encounters the last 2 sectors, which is a great time to ramp up, have been automated drones that I can't fight or Zoltan ships that I cannot bust the shield, because the only time I'm allowed to use the weapon is in the final boss, which if you've been there you know why. And here is another automated scout, and this one has a halberd beam, so this is great. This means this is a fight that I will not be able to take part in. At least I have cloaking this time, and at least there's no drones running around, so there's that. So just cloak here first, and wow, that actually just happened. Not only did I cloak and have 75% evade, because cloaking is not max evade, but I still managed to get hit by all 3 shots, and all 3 shots had to hit through that cloak. So this time there's probably, see, they're not cloaked, 15% evade, and I missed 1, so that's just some sad probability there. But probability just the same, should be able to get cloak out this next burst laser volley. And there we go, those are the misses that we want. At least to get max uptime on my cloaking, should be able to get out of town before the next volley here. Maybe. I have level 2 engines, I'd love to have more. Getting a 3rd level in shield is going to be my absolute highest priority. Getting out of the Zoltan controlled sector is just the plan right now. I'm probably going to be fighting another automated ship or something. Okay, so alright, 3 fuel, forgotten battleship, so 30 scrap. I am going to need a crap ton of scrap to get higher shields, and this run may already be dead in the water. I'll be totally honest. I'm gonna need some good luck here. So let's hear a civilian sector or the Slug home nebula. This is a nasty proposition, because slug ships can do all kinds of crazy things to you, but I have to catch up on the lack of. I really have got to work to catch up on the amount of scrap that I've missed. Not to mention, I could possibly get another slug crew member. And if we go up here, I'm going to be limited to this, and for all I know, that's another Zoltan. So we're going to go to the Slug Home Nebula. Sometimes I like to avoid it. This run, I just desperately need the scrap. And if I'm going to be fighting ships, it's very likely going to be slugs. So as long as I can keep myself playing in the nebula, alright. There's actually not too many ion storms here. I guess the slugs like to settle. But the unfortunate part of this is that there is a med bay. So we are going to be having to compete with that just a little bit. And because I don't have 4 crew, that med bay is going to be a challenge. So let's go ahead, transport into the weapons room, see if we can deactivate that first. There's 1 slug there. And how many crew are we dealing with? Looks like just 2 crew. Nope, looks like we got way more than just 2 crew. So we're going to have to catch up here. Hopefully they don't have too high of a med bay. If that's a glaive beam, I can't really cloak out of it, but there's 1. Did I kill that slug? There we go, 2 slugs down. That's a good start. I don't think I can cloak out of this, so let's find out. Oh no! You cannot cloak out the glaive beam, my friends. Oh, that was nasty. It hit the shield room first. Okay, this is going to be awful if I do not repair the shields immediately. So let's go ahead and get all of you guys going over here to repair. You as well. Now I do have some combat upgraded Mantis finally. But like I said before, the glaive beam is going to be a freaking nightmare. Because right now I've got to get my shields up, and we've just got to reboard and fight, because that may almost be the safer place here. At least no extra system damage. So let's transport back on. I think this time I don't know. I don't really want to fight in the med bay, but I'll probably send not two slugs. Once we get the encounter, I'm going to send 2 of these people over here to destroy the med bay. Ideally. Okay, so he wants to do that. That's interesting. Okay. Well, we'll split up our forces accordingly. See if I can... I'd love to take out that glaive beam, because right now it's going to cause a world of pain. So there's the laser. I guess I should cloak here just to delay it, so... Unfortunately, I've got to time this better than I did last time. Because, see, before what was going on is that I had... There we go, that's what we want. Now, I guess what I could do here is try and get sneaky, as we're going to take out all these systems. And we're going to go and transport back on. This is where losing my 1 crew member really sucks. Let's go ahead and reset this, because now I have to play it a certain specific way. And I have no working scanners, I have no working engines right now. Maybe a level 2 medbay would be better here. But once again, I gotta send 2 combat Mantis over here to actually do this. Alright, so who are my 2 highest rated combat? I think they're all pretty much the same. Alright, so we'll send you 2 over to the medbay. Okay, so... And I may be able, if this is level 1 medbay, yeah, I can out-damage his healing, so that's good news. We'll just do it like this. That's one way to take out a crew. That's why you want your higher combat damage Mantis in here if you can. So there we go. 2 fuel, 54 scrap. That went pretty smoothly, and that's just from the end result of getting some higher combat damage here. So 83 scrap. Almost at my goal for level 3 shields. I do have plenty of energy available. And I gotta remember I have a defense drone as well. So let's see, you're actually at 100% health, so we don't need too much more from you. Just gotta heal up the other 2 and get everybody ready to jump. So see, this is where boarding only is kind of interesting, and I know I could have gone with the Crystal Bee, but to be honest, as fun as the Crystal Bee is to dominate, it feels like it would be just too easy just to be able to lock down a room and keep those guys in for the med bay. So it takes a lot of the challenge out of the challenge run. And of course, this challenge run would be easier for me if I had 4 crew, but last episode, and I don't know why I have a sniffle all of a sudden, but last episode, lost some crew, and there we go. That's that. So let's see here. This is not a number 1 run, so I don't have to take the first option. I was having flashbacks to the last challenge run. Jesus. Okay, I do not want to fight an automated drone. I actually very rarely run into automated drones here. So, Hole Smasher Laser 2. That is going to be a fantastic weapon to sell. Cannot use it because we're doing boarding only, but for now, we do have level 3 shields. So, hooray! Level 3 shields. That was a useful jump. We got a store as well. I'm going to try and get some scrap here. I'd love to be able to pick up a slug crew. So let's hear another slug ship. A slug even... Oh, wow. Your sensor's no match for slug's telepathic abilities. A ship you never even saw opens fire from astern. And this thing has bombs. And this could be really bad. But we're gonna see if we can focus down the weapon room first. And I'm gonna judiciously cloak here. Because the sooner I can take out the weapons room, the better. And they're going to be able to pile on some people in here momentarily. So it's going to be a lot like the previous encounter, where I'm just going to have to take on some people here. Very slow on the cloak, but didn't take damage too badly. So now that those weapons are a little bit desynced, hopefully I can get down their fire beam. As long as it doesn't sync up with the burst laser, I'm okay. But we are probably going to have to leave out of here soon. The heavy lasers, unfortunately. Well, as long as the heavy lasers do not hit my med bay, I'm going to be okay. So I should be able to get one more go here. I really want to take down the burst laser. There we go. So see if we can get this system just broken. And let's return. Alright, so getting the hang of this a little bit. Level 3 shields is kind of a lifesaver. You're going to do the same thing we did last time, because it appears that they only have a level 1 med bay. So as soon as these guys all get up, maybe worth my time to improve my transporting ability as well, but let's get on here. And we're actually going to send two of you to the med bay right now. So, wow, they're both going for the med bay here. That's not what we wanted. Okay, so one's coming back here. This is what we want. Divide and conquer. This slug's going to die. We're going to be close to death. Unfortunately, they did repair the burst laser too, but... Okay, that's interesting. So, med bay down. And all of this is good. And it's combat experience for everybody. So, 48 scrap. And we get a prisoner. And it's a rock person. That is some amazing luck. Rock people are fantastic warders. So, let's get back on here. And guess what, Emily? You are our pilot slash... Well, actually, no. It's probably better to be quicker and not have you be a boarding person. So let's go ahead and get you all reorganized. I do have 51 scrap. Whoa, okay. Let's go for some repairs instead. Because that bonus health is good. The immunity to fire is not going to be super useful for me here. But yeah, just a few repairs. Just trying to keep it slow and simple. I really thought I lost the Mantis for half a second. But we're going to see what the store has available. And then we will keep on going. Like I said, this is going to be a kind of methodical portion of the run, you could say. And there's nothing wrong with that. Once again, I'm keeping my weapon power down just so I don't risk getting extra hull damage for a system I'm not going to be using until one fight in the game. So, I think the only other jump I have is to a store right now. It's not the only jump, but it's one of them. Alright, so if we can get a crew, that's going to be high priority. And we can get crew. We can actually get NG crew, which is nice. Hull repair. I cannot afford that. Beam weapon I can't even use. So, let's hear. Hull laser. We're going to ditch you. We're going to have to start thinking about what we want to do with the final boss, perhaps. NG would be really nice to keep on the ship for repairs. So, I know it's 50 scrap, but this is kind of the ship that we're sailing right now. So I have no Mantis pheromones. I do have a drone recovery arm, so that could be good. Drone recovery arm plus hull repair would be really nice. Just do not have the scrap for it. So now we have an NG pilot. We do have someone who's always going to be on the ship. And now we have our boarding team of terror. Things are looking up, if I can just keep them that way. Once again, the Slug Home Nebula is nice because there are a lot of fights. 2 Slugs communications, tap into their frequency. You overhear a conversation, learn to play a rated infamous and likely wealthy pirate ship in the area. And we're going to go to their coordinates. I do not remember this event, but there's the quest down there. Yeah, sure, we'll make our way to it. I'm going to hopefully get some fuel along the way. So there we go. Oh, look, we have no oxygen. And they're charging their fire weapons. Well, that's cute. Go ahead and board them. They have no door control, which is very important. And let's go ahead and take out their med bay. That's a terrible idea. Let's take out their engines. It'd be nice to be able to stack 4 people in there, but I'm going to try and delay that as long as we can. Alright, so 1 down. Get into the med bay here. So they have 5 crew. Who's dying? Who's dying? Are you going to be okay? I think you're going to be okay. Should be able to outdamage all these guys. Okay, so that was a big volley of stuff all at once. Let's regroup. Hopefully not lose my transporter here. Return. And we're going to do a little move that I learned from watching another stream, another player play, where you just go back and forth and get all the healing. Probably should up my cloaking next for situations like this. Because since I can't use any weapons, I've just got to actually obliterate their crew here. Alright, so let's get you guys back on here. We're gonna have to take out the med bay again. So hopefully we can do that. Oxygen's getting low, but it's not critical. Losing my doors hurts, but is not the worst ever. Getting important combat experience here. Going to be able to dodge a burst laser at the last second, so... Okay, so there we go. Low on oxygen, but not out of oxygen. 2 fuel, 50 scrap. That's nice. That's by the numbers how it's supposed to go. Alright, so 50 scrap. Gonna let our oxygen replenish a little bit. Almost debating upping my oxygen level just because it's a slug nebula, but I think for now my terror team here is pretty good. It'd be hilarious if I could get a slug crew member, but that's not happening. So let's go ahead and get some quick repair. Hopefully there's not a puncture here. Probably should have thrown the NG at that while everyone was healing up. But we'll leave the Mantis to it. Get you all down here, get everybody organized. We're all shiny, happy people holding hands. With amazingly 2% evade, and that's because I did up my cockpit level just a little bit. And apparently that even gives you some dodge. It gives you the tiniest amount possible of dodge. Okay, so ship. Is there another store nearby? No, but there's a quest marker I can get to immediately. Let's up our cloak level, because that's going to be good for survivability. Want to up my engine level 2, possibly. But for now, that's probably more important to get my cloaking up. Gonna need to up my... gonna need to raise up a few things here, actually. It's probably better to get my sensors up first, if I can get 2 things up. So sensors and... I guess we're going to stick with sensors for now and then go for cloaking and or medbay next fight. Because level 2 sensors are going to be pretty valuable. Especially to see kind of what I'm looking on the ship. Because right now I am jumping in blind, so... We're on close combat, so... We get to engage the pirate or head for the cache. So let's engage the pirates. There we go. There's no medbay. Slugs know that. They turn on the pirate. There's money to be made here. The slugs know you turn on the pirate and intercept just before he can reach the cache. So we got a lot of things going on all at once. Let's go ahead and transport into the weapons room because amazingly my level 2 scanners are not doing a whole lot here, but we are going to be powering up a defense drone. And there's one Mantis dead. I'm going to be cloaking out of whatever comes first. I don't even need to do that with the defense drone. Okay, so this is going to be an easy peasy fight, actually. So 1 fuel, 53 scrap. The slug's long gone, spoils from the cache in hand. Whatever it was, it's gone now, so no sense in crying over it. Okay, so defense drone off, everything back up. Micromanagement is fun, so they tell me. Alright, so we went from not too great to doing better. I'll take that. Not an ideal fuel situation, and we'll see if this store is actually connected to some good jumps. So let's see here. System repair drone, that's good. Defense drone 2 actually is really, really, really good. It does require 4 power, but it's probably better to have that than maybe some other option. That could actually save me some pretty big grief here. So once again, I do have the small bomb as my token weapon for now. You know what? Let's play with the defense drone too. Let's see how it does. So I'm not going to be able to use it just yet, but I think another aspirational goal then is going to be to try and get 6 power so I can have 2 defense drones going at the same time. I may not need to upgrade my shields to level 4 if that's the case. So we're going to avoid that distress beacon. We're going to try and do these last jumps back in the nebula. Would have been nice to get some fuel there, but there we go. Mantis time. No medbay, so that is ideal right now. So let's go ahead and go in the weapons room. And I have intruders on board. That's awesome. And they are currently in my weapons room, so it really sucks to be them. They can just go into whatever room they want right now. So they have NG and Mantis in here. My crew health's okay. Good thing that they're on the front part of the ship and not the back. So now I'm going to be taking out all their weapons. And we're even going to just get my NG friend out of there. Combat experience for everyone. Suffocation for everyone. You really want to fight me in the med bay? Okay. So let's hear. They can't hurt me now. Maybe I could take out their transporter. It's probably better to not get cute here. Okay, we have two Mantis versus one Engie, and they run, and they're gonna get waxed immediately. 30 scrap and another crew member, another Engie, so that's good. You are whoa. Let's close all those doors. So we have a second Engie. So we got to get some air restored here. Let's return. Let's see here. I'm probably going to put this one on the shields because shields are good to have. Getting buffed. 33 scrap is a good start. And it's going to be 30 scrap for a second drone here. So Defense Drone Mark II is good also against lasers. And if I can get 2 Defense Drone 2s, that's like the wet dream of how I would win an NGB run, which I still have not done after all this time. So I really do need to get some more system power here to make all of these things go. And that's okay, because system power is important. Should be able to get sufficient within 2 or 3 jumps. So let's go. Let's see here. That one's going to get overtaken. I can at least explore a little bit around the exit. I'm pretty good on crew now, so let's see here. Coast is clear. Interesting. Okay, so we can make both of these. I didn't think we'd be able to. And, oh no! You guys are so dead. Okay, so 2 in the cockpit. Move you all to the weapons room. There's nothing that you all can do to save yourselves. So, sad faces for you. Let's go ahead and cloak for fun. Wow, that was like the fastest kill I've had in a long time. But these are the slug ships. These are the kind of slug ships I was hoping to fight. And I'm going to get a level 2 medbay before too long. But for now, I think 2 system power a little more important here. At least I can skim some off of the rest of the systems for now. So yeah, moving on up in the world towards the exit. Let's see, hopefully we can get another engagement. The Slug Nebula has been good to me. So, nothing here. Yeah, we're not going to be able to play around much longer. So, what are we going to do? NG-controlled sector or Slug-controlled Nebula? I think we're going to do the Slug-controlled Nebula. I like the amount of fights. It's helping me catch up in scrap. Slugs are squishy. 2 stores. That's kind of useless right now. Once again, I'm looking for like a tiny laser, a 2-power laser, or an ion weapon or something to use on the final boss instead of a small bomb. So here we go. Worrying radiation coming from you. Perhaps you should take a look. As he signs off, your medical base shuts off. Crew teleports toward a nearby station. They don't look like engineers. I don't have a med bay. That's not good. But they don't have a med bay either, so I'll be okay. They're in my engine room, so that's not going to end very well for them. And let's go ahead and skim here. Let's try out our defense drone too. And let's transport into their weapons room, and I'm going to be cloaking as soon as I can. Sounds like a plan to me. Because I should be able to dodge enough of this. So the defense 2 drone is not attacking the ion shots. Well, okay, it is. That's fine. So 1, 2. Let's get my NG out of there. I don't have a med bay, so we're just going to be strictly kiting at this point. Okay, who's hurting? Okay, how are we doing on health? So Phillips versus Brecken. Okay, I think we're going to be okay. Let's go ahead and get you out of there anyway and drop you in there. Just for some safety micromanagement. So we have... all we have left is the boarding team, so... I guess at this rate it's just a matter of wrecking their ship while these guys suffocate, which is unfortunately very difficult to do when I'm not actually opening the doors I need to open here. So I just do not want to get halberd beamed into oxygen, which is exactly what just happened, but there we go. With the crew dead, you shut off their hacking module, systems turn normal. You strip the ship, so 2 fuel, 60 scrap. Things are good. Unfortunately, that halberd beam came just before I could cloak out of it. So now we've got to repair the oxygen ASAP. Door control's hurting, but it's been worse. Let's go ahead and get you all meted up. Repair team, go! I think that's pretty nice. So let's see here, 68 scrap. Once again, kind of a nice comeback from how I was doing before. There is another store here, so we are gonna start with a store if we can get to at least one. So let's see here. We do not have our oxygen currently powered. That is stupid. Beyond stupid. Let's not open that door. So NG taking unnecessary damage. Let's see here. Do we have one other kind of interesting easy encounter before we go to the store here? Yeah, we do. We got at least 2. So we'll let you med up. And I'm taking this a little bit more carefully because when we do get events like the non-approved med bay, which if I had leveled it up when I think I could have actually kept it running. But just got to be mindful of what is to come. So we will go ahead and do this. We have plenty of drones available. Level 6 droning is not out of the question. Alright, good. So this is another just dead ship. Only 2 crew. And I can cloak whenever. They do have missiles, so we'll put that up. I don't think they'll survive for that long. There we go. Easy, easy, easy. Burst laser's not going to do anything. So there we go. 3 fuel, 59 scrap. That's what we like to see here. So 127 scrap. Whew. I will take it. 3rd store, actually. So we're going to see if we can kind of cut around here. Hit 2 more stores. Hit 2 additional stores. See if we can get some more scrap. Try and get some fuel. We're in a later sector, so there we go. I really should have waited on that jump. Because these guys are going to board and I'm not fully healthy. Where did they land? Oh, shit. They're going right for my transporter bay. Okay, well, we will, we're going to pay for this mistake a little bit here, but maybe not too badly. So we'll put up the Defense 2 drone right now. Okay, so how many do we just got 1 border? Okay. And right now this ship can't hurt me because their weapons are desynced. Just go ahead and get you up there. And you know what? Fuck it. Let's transport. And let's send 2 Mantis as usual, plan to take out the med bay. And it doesn't look like there's a very highly staffed crew, so Defense 2 drone doing its job so far. If I can take out the med bay, there we go. Good start. Simple, straightforward fight from here. As once again, there we go. So 1 missile, 61 scrap. Fuel is a little bit of an open question, but once again, if we're not going to a store here, let's go ahead and... Got a lot of scrap all of a sudden, and that's alright. So let's hear. I can get an additional crew. I don't really need an additional crew. Hull repair drone is a very nice safety measure. I think we're actually going to go for it because that will save me a lot of grief later. And we're going to buy a little bit of fuel. And let's actually jump down to this store. Just because I want to see if I can get a better weapon than small bombs. And I can't. However, I can get an additional Mantis for 45, which is interesting, but I don't think is necessary at this point. It's going to be hard to get him to level up all the way. Alright, so a little disappointing on the weapon front. Maybe I could go up to get the other one alright, but I think for now I'm doing okay. I think 8 fuel is going to be enough. So, ship. And hull repair drone. Go, hull repair. And like I said, this is more of an insurance measure here. You can actually like sort of exploit this to where let's see here, so 23, 22. You can exploit this if the hull repair is done while jumping, that you actually get to keep the drone, but We have so many drones that I don't think that's necessary. But that's how you do that. I'm not going to be making that a base part of the strategy. So let's hear. I can purchase an unknown weapon, or I can attack the ship, which has a pretty significant missile load payout. I'm going to attack the ship, as I think I can take this guy. Now he does have doors, so that changes our strategy here a little bit. We're actually going to go in here into the shield room, and we are going to put up our defense 2 drone. We're going to cloak when able, and I don't think this person's going to be able to take me out, because he doesn't have a med bay, so I don't even know if he's going to survive long enough to fire the missile. There we go, 67 scrap. Hey, I thought he had an unknown weapon that he could sell. Guess not. Okay, so what's next? You get up there, 146 scrap. We're doing all right now for Sector 6. If I could just actually power up my med bay. In fact, it's probably time to do some ship investment here. Level 3 doors are going to be important. Cloaking's going to be important. So there we go. And let's get 2 more power. My next goal is to get 105 scrap for drone control. So now we can have these all powered up. We can switch power as needed on those. And we can run some drones while everything's going down. So Brecken, you're at 95 health. Let's go ahead and min-max you as well. Might as well, no problems here. So, all right, cool. Next jump, as we're probably just going to be going through Sector 6 and then calling this a video. The boarding challenge, it's interesting. It does take a little longer than I was expecting to go. So let's see here. Lock on to position, and we get another crew member. It's a slug. Slug's nice. You're going to go to the shield room. Not the shield room. You're going to go to the engine room. And that's more scrap as well, which is pretty freaking valuable. I don't think we're going to get more than this number of stores here. So I'm going to hold on to my scrap for a little bit and see if I can... Let's see here. I'm going to hold on to it for now. Alright, so here we go. This is nice because we're not on the number 1 run. I just have to drink here, which that was the prior video. The challenge is you have to take the first option every time, which means no blue options ever. I do have a rock crew member. So the slug casually celebrates your newfound trust by offering to see the wares. And we get some interesting things. I actually think at this rate an anti-ship drone might be my best bet for the final flagship phase. So that may be what we're doing here. Even though I'd love to have the 2 drones out. Like I said, we're getting late enough in sectors where maybe weapons might not be available. So we're gonna buy that. We're gonna grab a little bit more fuel. Call it a day. So look at this. We have no weapons, lots of drones in the cargo bay. But that's alright. So we got some possible extra jumps over here beside the exit. Let's see what we got. Hopefully it's not a asteroid belt. Hopefully it's something good. So here we go. Distress signal appears. A slug caught in open space by Mantis Raider. Please help will give you if you save us. Attack the Mantis ship. Attack the slug ship. And these 2 deserve one another. Let's attack the slug ship. Alright, so you move in to finish what the Mantises have started. That sounds like something I do. And here we go. Start yield friendly combat here. Just trying to take out their weapons. That looks like 2 dual lasers. Can actually run the defense 2 drone right now. Okay, so these guys are just going to get waxed. How's my rockman doing, or rock woman doing on combat? Pretty well. And switcheroo here. Whoa, door control, that's right. Okay. Forgot about those crazy doors. Actually, that's interesting. I was attacking the door control room in the middle. So that's a start. So my crew survived here. 3 fuel, 58 scrap. Overall, the Slug Nebulas have been very good to me this run. I will take that. I'll just go ahead. This healing's going to go so much faster now. Yay, healing. Just got probably a jump or two left for this. But yeah, we got a full complement of crew. No humans. I did have one. He died. Too bad. And let's see here. Distress Beacon. I probably have time to do these jumps. So let's go to the Distress Beacon first. Hopefully it's a trap. It looks like it's a trap. Boarding a disabled rock freighter. Engage a slug ship. Okay, so we get sluggies. Yay! And they have cloaking, so that is fascinating. Alright, so we're going to get our Defense 2 out again. Get our transporter up. We'll have cloaking on standby. They have quite a bit of crew here. I've got to watch my health pool. But at least they don't have a med bay, so if I can take out their cloaking, that's going to be ideal. So let's see what we can do about that. Alright, so that's a good start. We're going to save cloaking for the massive missile. Alright. Just saving this for the missile. Here we go. Once again, it's nice that I do get the maximum amount of cloak here, as I should be able to destroy their cloaking system mid-cloak. And once again, dude, you are taking all kinds of damage, but wow, there we go. The rock ship was long abandoned. I got about a... This is like non-scrap recovery arm levels here. Alright, so they're good. Met up again, so that's where distress beacons can really pay off, is in encounters like that. Unfortunately, once again, I'm getting valuable combat experience because I'm just killing as many slugs as possible. Apparently, Mantis people really like to kill slugs. Okay, so max combat, and almost level 2 combat. Max combat, 2 max combat Mantis by themselves is devastating enough. Having 3 of them and a rock person to be extra tanky support, pretty rough here. So let's see here. The Black Raven, greetings. I'm the Dread Pirate Captain Knights. You must fear me. No, you've heard of me? No. Alright, so here we go. I challenge you, Slug Crewman, Duel of the Mind. Let's see what that does. Okay, you are powerless to help. Your comrade shakes off the daze and appears victorious. Oh wow, Burst Laser Mark III. Which once again is not going to be the kind of weapon that I'm looking for to necessarily use in the final phase, but you know what, at least I have it. And fuck, I do have enough scrap to really upgrade the shit out of this and just make it happen. So, let's see here. We're going to be going into Sector 7 momentarily. What do I want out of this run? I want 2 drones. See, what equipment do we have? Yeah, the problem with the burst laser using it there is that it has such a long charge time for trying to do what I need to do, but we'll sell that next opportunity then. Because I only need between the missiles and stuff that I have, I should be okay. Because it's not like I'm going to be able to use them here, so we'll get we'll go ahead and max cloaking and give power. Get level 4 engines. There we go. So now we have a lot of toys to play with. This is shaping up to be a much better run than I anticipated, or at least going into filming this episode. Is now I can possibly go up here and then maybe make it back down. Let's push it. Let's try. This is a challenge run. There may be one more encounter here, and here we go. They're gonna burn me alive. Please, please give it your best shot. So let's skim some off the top. Actually, I don't need both of those, so just need the one. I'm going to be doing the same thing we always do here. They do have 2 fire weapons, but that's not going to matter too much. Oh, that's not what we want to do. That's right, we want to get them all in this room first. Alright, so we're going to save our cloaking for the burst laser. There's really no sense in doing otherwise. And we'll max out the cloak. So there we go. They can now not engage without multiple people in here. I should be able to take down the weapons pretty simply. And I guess if I had thrown 2 people in there, they could have out-damaged them here. But the more important thing is actually taking out their systems. So it feels like I've got kind of a system down here. And that's okay. So they're going to split. This is kind of how the AI is working, splitting off. See what systems are there. It looks like they're higher prioritizing the weapons, which is not what I'm used to. Level 1 medbay gone. That means the fight is over. And are they actually going to repair the med bay? It sure does look like it. Alright, well they have one fire beam and there's not a lot they can do about it, so... Shields are dead. And there's the rest of them, so 2 missiles. Yeah, we're rolling here. Now the flagship is going to be an interesting encounter for entirely different reasons. Partially that I'm going to be wanting level 3 transport, probably to get my people in and out as quickly as possible. But at least for now, it's looking alright. Let's see if I can actually... Yes, I can jump to the exit in time. I do have 70 scrap. I may float that for now. I probably need one more system power just to be comfortable here. But we'll float that into the next sector in case there's a store, because I'm going to have some things to sell anyway. Alright, so next sector, sell 3 drone parts. I can actually afford to sell 12 drones, because I'm getting all my drones back, so that's 48 more scrap. Awesome! Yay, so we're right at the 40-minute mark. I'm going to go ahead and jump to the next sector. Rock Homeworlds or Civilian Sector. I want to have as many fights as possible, so we're going to go to the Rock Homeworlds. Sweet. Okay, so this is way to fail. We have 2 more sectors to go. We have the Rock Homeworlds, and then, assuming we make it there, and assuming I don't get missile boated all to hell, and with 2 defense drones, I really hope that's not the case. We're going to be hopefully punching it through and making this a good challenge run. This has been quite the turnaround, but hey, that's how FTL goes. It gives and it takes away. But that's it for now. This is Way to Fail with Faster Than Light. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time for the 3rd part of the boarding only challenge run. Take care.